Today we are playing a game, and you'll see it shortly, with great table presence. It is called 12 Rivers, which it's a set collection game that at its heart you're collecting marbles, but how you do that is something that makes the game look very eye-catching, that is sort of unique table presence and great game pieces. And I think that's sort of relevant today because, I guess, Shani, you make dice. While we start off and we played a turn, I'm first in the tracker. Basically what I'm going to be doing is paying cards to put my tribe token that I collect marbles. While we start doing that, can you tell me a little bit about what you do with dice?
I make dice, start to finish, handmade all the way. Starts with 3D modeling, dice forms, making molds, and then resin pouring, polishing and painting. I like to do custom character ones, matching themes and whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's your turn now along the river, but so what got you into making dice?
I couldn't find the perfect set of dice to match my character, so I figured how hard could it be to make dice? And several $1,000s down the rabbit hole later, I learned that, yeah, it's a bit tricky. Pay 2 to go there.
Yep.
So I'll put my 2 there.
Yep, and you get the top fairy token.
Ooh.
Which is yours.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's supposed to be a secret, I can't remember. And I'm not willing to look up in the rule books for this, but you've got it there, and got they can do different things throughout the game. But also currently blocking that purple. Do I care enough about that? I think I do. I'm gonna, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use these cards to my best of my abilities. I'm going to go to at the 0 point, which collects all the remaining there, and I'm going to use 2 of the camp tokens. So you need to use 2 to use the ability. After placing a tribe token, move one of your other tribe tokens from one section to another. I'm going to go from here, and I'm going to go all the way up there, guaranteeing me a certain color. So is it mainly like the D&D, D6, D8, D12, D20, or is there more than that? What are you making?
Yeah, so I do the standard array of dice for Dungeons and Dragons. I also like getting a little bit weird, so I've got 2 different D4 shapes instead of the standard tetrahedron. I've got a crystal shape and a shard shape, mostly because the tetrahedron is pretty dangerous to stand on, especially when you're working with sharp-edged dice. But I also do spinning top dice, I do D3s, I do jumbo dice, and I'm working on some stuff for Vampire the Masquerade as well. I might put this here to get a villager at the end.
I am going to go for mine. I'm going to go here, and I'll grab the top one there. So you talked about wanting, unique dice for your character, starting the process of making it and then realizing, oh, this is a lot of work. Did you come from like an arts or creative background, or was it a huge learning curve? Is it something that you can do as a hobbyist, or is it really, this is...
It's definitely something you can start as a hobbyist. There's resources out there. So long as you're not too fussy about perfection, anyone can get into dice making. You do need safety equipment for it though, super important. You're working with toxic stuff. I am a bit of a artsy craftsy person. I just collect hobbies. Yep. So picking up a new skill set was not too much of a challenge for me. I might stick that one there.
So you've either got one of the face-up ones or randomly. Yeah, there's a bit of a give and take with using the cards and when you need them. So now that we've placed all of ours, we're going to release the marbles. So if you want to do the honors, we'll pull that up. Yep. And so we basically work down. So I will grab that purple, then that goes to the back of the queue, and that goes onto my llama.
I'll grab that pink. Thank you.
Here I will grab a green. Yeah, your choice.
Let's go blue.
Then in the bottom, get both of those. That goes here. And then you get your choice of one of those or a face down one if you like.
Oh, let's go for this one.
Yep.
She looks cute.
And then you're also going to get one card there as a bonus. So now that we've done all our those actions there, we can then move these across to our villager tokens, which may or may not be able to complete sets. So you've been doing it, I think you were saying, for 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, anyone sort of spending any time in hobbies sorry, it's gone beyond a hobby, obviously. You've got a business and you're saying you're at PAX recently and a lot of local events. How have you found your growth in both the company and also you as a creative person?
It was overwhelming, honestly. I started this just for fun, and I was so well received by the local gaming scene that I just had to keep going. It became really my go-to de-stressor after work. I'm a teacher, so I need that. And yeah, I think through it, I've always been a bit of a withdrawn, shut-in person, keeping to really small online communities, and it's made me have to come out of my shell. So I'm talking to people, I'm filming like TikToks and putting my face on stuff all of a sudden, and it's crazy to see how much this hobby has changed how I interact with the world.
Now, I guess obviously you've been to a lot of events, and that's obviously anytime you're at a stall, you're at a big event like that, when you're not just participating in, playing a game, you're opening yourself to meeting lots of people. Is that sort of something else that you've embraced as well?
I love it so much. Doing the conventions is probably the highlight of making dice, other than the making of the dice. I get to talk to people about their D&D campaigns, their characters, my characters, all the shenanigans that happen at a roleplay table, no matter the system. And yeah, it's just a great community to be a part of.
So I guess when people, because obviously I don't play a huge amount of D&D, but I understand the appeal, but I also understand that the type of person that a lot of players are, when you can't just have one set of dice. You got to have a lot of them, which is good for your business and good for collecting in general. What do you think people should look for when they're obviously, go to you, but like, what should they look for when picking their next set of dice up?
Vibes, really. I mean, there's so much looking at balance and like, does it match my aesthetic? No, if it speaks to your soul, if you want that shiny rock, just go for it. I can't recommend that enough. A little treat. I might follow suit and get a card and place there.
Well, thank you for playing some 12 Rivers with us, but more importantly for sort of talking about your work and sort of I guess the vibes of it all. Where can people go if they want to find out more about your stuff?
Any social media, Maluridae Dice. Latin was a bad choice. But yeah, any social media. I have a website or conventions, local Aussie conventions.